Welcome to another episode of Stay Home Blue and Oranges, brought to you by After School All-Star Hawaii. My name is Miss Ting. I'm program leader at Kea'au All-Star. In this episode, we will be making a small coin purse. The materials you're going to need today is piece of fabric. Today I have a piece of felt. You're going to need a needle threader that would help you to put the thread through the needle. I'll show you. And thread prefer to be the same color as the fabric so it blends in. And I have a cute little slipper button here. I'll show you how to do that. And pins that would help you hold the fabric together while you sew. And a pair of scissors. Okay, first, we're going to use the scissors and be very careful because they're sharp, and we're going to cut the fabric. And I have a card here as a guideline for the size. And let's say the purse is going to be about this big, and give yourself about an inch on this side and an inch on this side, and cut. The reason why I cut it on this side is because this part of the fabric is left to use for something else. Okay, next step, we'll put this aside and we'll focus on this fabric that we're going to be working with. So as I show you, we're going to fold this way, but when we sew, we don't want the stitches showing. So we're actually going to work it inside out. And we'll use the pin on the edge. Be careful with the pointy tip. And I'll have it pointing to the same direction so I remember which side is going to be sharp. Next, we take our needle and the thread helper here. I'll put it through the eye of the needle. And take the thread, put it through the opening here. Hold the thread, hold the needle, and give it a pull. And as soon as you see the end tip comes through, you're done. Then you can pull through and estimate how long you're going to need your thread. And you cut, holding the two ends together. We're going to tie a knot. You're going to hold the end, make it go around your finger, and you'll see you make a little X right there, and your thumb's going to rub that tip inside, and your third finger is going to come up, hold that knot you just make, and you can feel it in your hand, and your right hand, your other hand is going to pull. And once you pull, you're going to create this knot at the end of your thread. We're going to start from one side, and I'm going to go towards the direction where the pin is pointing, so I'm not stepping myself. So you go in, pull, and wherever the thread is, that's where you're going to come back in and pull. And make sure when you put your needle through, you want it close to the one you just did. You don't want to make a big gap. you want it pretty close. So in and up. And when you get more comfortable with your sewing skills, you can do one of these. You just put it in and estimate the same space and pull it out. In and out. And make sure you're not holding the thread tight. That way your stitches are gonna get all bunched up, and you see how it happens right there. You just go all crooked. So you want it nice and taut, not too tight. And when you get to the end here, you want to make another knot, just like in the beginning. But we're not going to be doing the finger. We're going to have your third finger hold the fabric on the bottom, your thumb on top, and you put the needle where you want that knot going to be at the end, right here. And you're going to loop, take this, loop it around the needle 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And you pull it down and hold it with your thumb and your middle finger. And this hand is free to pull it through. And once you pull it through, you create a knot right exactly at the end of the thread. And what I like to do to save time is make another one right next to it, because you're going to need a knot at the end of the thread to sew this side. So pull, take the scissors carefully in between the 2 knots here, you cut it in the middle. And this way you have a knot ready to go on this side. Oh, by the way, in case if you go, let's say you make a mistake and you did that, it's okay. You just keep going, because we're going to turn this fabric inside out and you won't see that mistake. Cut. Take the pin out and you flip it inside out. Push the corner, and there you have a little purse. Next, we are going to sew this button right here about the middle. So when we put the cover down, the slit will be cut right here and the button will come out. So I'm going to put my needle down right there. And if you need to make a mark with the pencil, totally feel free to do that if you feel you're going to lose your spot. So I'm going to secure the stitch right here for where the button's going to go. And I'm going to put the needle through the hole and go in and out, and then go through the hole again. I'm going to repeat this a few times. So stitch on the fabric, go through the hole for the button, through the fabric, through the button. And a few times you can see the thread is holding this button pretty secure. It's not going to come out now. And we'll again do the same knot that we did at the end of our sewing on the side here. So middle finger on the bottom where the button is. Put the needle exactly where you want that knot gonna go at the end here. Take the thread and loop it around the needle 3 times. Hold it towards the end of the needle. Hold it down with your thumb and pull. And there there you have it. You have a knot right there. Cut. Fold this part over where the edge here, you fold it down and estimate the size of the button. You see the gap right between my finger? That's where the button is underneath. So I would cut from the middle and go outwards. That way you're not going to cut the hole too big. So there it is. And just give another slip and try. See if that's big enough. I'd rather have the hole small and make another slit if I have to than too big right away. And that looks like a pretty perfect fit. So there you have it. A little coin purse where you can put your ID or your shopping cart and your coin inside. So I just show you the basic of the sewing with simple stitch, and there are many other possibilities that you can use the stitches for. So leave me a comment and share your ideas. Stay tuned if you like sewing.